Every once in a while, a hunt happens that's just truly unexplainable, and well, you just have to see for yourself what happens. Anyways, in this hunt, that is exactly what's gonna happen. We're starting out here, and what happens is gonna be happening on the very top of this mountain right here. But until that does happen, we're gonna talk about what we're gonna be doing in today's hunt. We're starting out by hunting with the new reticle on the scope. So stay tuned and don't blink because you don't want to miss this. You know, typically I would say there's probably not much over here except for a few does, maybe a small buck, but then again, I'd be totally wrong because if you look right there, there's a massive rack on a whitetail, and I believe that should be a 200 plus. Unfortunately, we can't actually spot him, so what we're going to try and do is see it. There he is, right there. He is 250 yards away, but he's in the grass. And we are not going to be taking a shot like this, because we'll save that for the night vision. In that case, we got to be patient and wait for him to step out into the clearing so we can get a shot. Meanwhile, while we're sitting here waiting for that buck to step out, we happen to find a nice flock of mallard ducks. And since there's a decent drake right out there, we're gonna go for a shot. Although there's quite a few ducks out here, so let's try and pick out the biggest one, which should be this one right here. I don't know how, but the first shot missed. And luckily, none of these even spooked. So that's good. Meanwhile, we got some more ducks way out there. Decent drake. Female, female, female. Now we're talking, that's a long ways out there. In fact, it's over 350 yards. Wow, there's gonna be absolutely no possible way we can get this duck. Oh my god, we got him. Oh my freaking god. You gotta be kidding me. What did we just do? A 350 yard shot. And the second shot drops that duck on the spot. What the absolute heck did we just do? Now that we got that duck down there, we're gonna mark him and make sure we go over there to get him in a little bit. But for now, oh, we got this duck here, which should be floating in towards us any minute now. Now, our duck that we shot from before should be laying, yes, he's in fact laying right here. It's gonna be a 14.7, 190 yard stomach shot, actually going straight for the heart. If you look closely, you can see that was almost a Texas heart shot. Well, in fact, that was a Texas heart shot, but we almost got the heart. So one thing I like to do when the buck's in the grass like this is actually back up to an even further distance from the deer so that you can see through the grass. A lot of times that helps. Okay, we're looking at 300. Usually you got to get to about 350 to 360 to be able to see through it. 380. Oh, so I guess I was wrong. We needed to be at about 400 yards, and as you can see right there, that's 390 yards. Our buck is clearly visible. But we just need to shift over a little bit more so we can get a more broadside angle. Slightly quartering away is fine, but too much is not. Whew. This is going to be one heck of an epic shot. There he is right there at 400 yards. Here we go. Now we want to hold it right on the spine to compensate for a little bit of drop. Oh my god, what a shot. Absolutely just smoked that buck. I think somehow we might have actually gotten double lung or lung liver. Whatever it was absolutely money. Alright, so I believe our buck was laying right here in this grass. We couldn't quite get a shot off until we got to about 400 yards. Then we were able to shoot right through that grass and made an epic shot. We took the shot right there, and our buck ended up right here. look at this. He didn't go 15 yards and piled right up. Man, is he a big one. He's going to be at 220 gold. And we got a lung, liver, stomach shot at 400 yards. Now, we're going to take a look at that shot. He was angled just like this right here. Actually, probably even more. I'd say just about like that. So essentially, we would have had to have hit like right here. Dang, talk about right on the spot. And actually, we got him even further back than what I technically would have wanted. I mean, real life, yeah, that would have been perfect. You want to hit him right in front of that hind quarter because you're going to get intestine and come out through the lung. But in game, it's a little risky to hit behind the liver. So a very, very precise shot placement on that buck. And he is one heck of a great buck as well. Now, even though that was super impressive at taking down that buck at about 400 yards, this is even more impressive. The fact that we took down this duck at about 350 yards while zeroed in for 150. So in other words, we had no clue where to hold. All we did is held a good 6 inches above it, squeeze the trigger, and hope for the best. And he should be laying right about here. Although I believe he might have been a little bit higher up. Yes, he was right here. There lays our duck, and it's gonna be a gold as well at a 425 yard shot. Wow. And not only that, he's a brown hybrid. So he's technically pretty close to a rare. Now, I've seen a lot of female brown hybrids, but not a lot of males and not a lot of big golds either. He's going to be a 15.79 gold, and he weighed 3.53 pounds. So what a heck of a duck to take down at over 400 yards with the 22 and the new scope. All right, so I just realized that we forgot to actually mount our duck, and therefore we got to go back into our trophy lodge and make sure we put him in there instantly. It's only 1,500 bucks, so there's no reason for us not to mount him. Now we can put him up here. Whoa, don't want to do that. There we go. All right. Keep him just like that. Right there. Nice. Well, with that, let's get back to the hunt. You know, I wouldn't mind finding a nice blacktail. It's been a good while. Especially something like that. A real good while. Ooh, we got a real good 8-point buck out here at about 150. He's trotting through quite quickly, so we're going to see if we can't get on him and get a shot off. First shot might not have been perfect, but the second one definitely was. We let him just a tad bit too much, and the second shot didn't do anything. It just kind of helped bring him down a little quicker at 223 yards and 181. Real decent 8-point buck. All right, so I thought we'd try and get on some nice bull elk here, and we got a decent one out here, but he's nowhere near what I was hoping to find. However, we also have a black bear right here. And so I'm thinking we could try and double up on both of these. Potentially take down the black bear and the bull elk. But I think maybe we'll take down the bear, then the elk. Then again, no, we're going to take down the bull first. Wow. Wow, wow. We just doubled up like no other. So yeah, I'd say we probably got a heart shot on that bull and then double lung on the bear. Yeah, straight to the heart at 220 yards. Dead center heart, 237. And here's our bear. Looks like single lung. Kind of an impressive shot, actually. So typically we would take the shot and we would hit between the shoulder and lung, which would result in us getting a flesh hit. But in this case here, we actually got lung and shoulder, which is a very rare occurrence. That's awesome. And it's also a good thing we hit the shoulder, because otherwise we would have hit the brain and that would have hit the skull, which would have caused our score to go down. Well, he's a little better. Not quite as big as the one that we were hoping to find, but he's definitely a solid looking bull, and he just picked up his head right over there. It's gonna be about a 280, which I do believe should be gold potential. And he's actually quartered directly at us, so the angle is not necessarily ideal. Although we could try and make a perfect shot on this bull here. Then this bull may turn and give us a shot after that. So I think we might actually do that just because, since we have a perfect broadside shot on this bull, we should take advantage of this opportunity. Yep, that's exactly what we just did. We just made a heart shot. And we should be able to get a shot on this bull once he comes through this opening right over there. Now, we're looking at about 280, so we're gonna have to hold a pretty good lead and a tad bit high on this bull. But he also would have to turn broadside for us and not go right into the forest, which is exactly what he just did. However, he shouldn't really go too far, and yes, he slowed down. Oh my god, we just smoked him. Holy, that was awesome. Wow. See, patience pays off. You gotta wait for the perfect moments, and once you get that, squeeze the trigger and make it happen, which is exactly what we just did. Man, that was cool. Alright, so the question I have is, can we cross here? It kind of seems like we should be able to. If we can get to here, then we should be able to get to here, right? Oh, we're so close. But I don't think we're gonna quite make it. Nope. What we could do is check down on the ground to see what we're dealing with here. It's getting deep. Yeah, it's getting real deep. Whoa, we figured it out. No way. All right. So what we had to do is just swing a little more to the right, and then we cut back over and made it all the way across perfectly. Nice little shortcut. All right. So here's the bull that we made a perfect heart shot on at about 250 yards. And he was a good one. I'd say about a 250 bull. 262, and gold is 272, so a real good one. 215 yard shot straight through the heart. Beautiful, beautiful shot. Look at that. Heart, double lung, and just nicked the shoulder as well. Absolutely precise shot placement right there. Yeah, not a half bad looking bull. All right, but this bull here, this is something that we're talking about. I believe he was right up over this ridge. Yeah, he was a pretty good ways away before we got a shot off. Right up over here. It shouldn't be that difficult to find this bull down. I mean, he's got a massive rack. For surely we watched him run up this hill. Whoa, what was that? Alright, well, I guess we're not gonna find him this way. Ooh, big blacktail buck track. You know, it's been a minute since we've seen one of them. We just might go track that one down. Alright, but first, we gotta figure out where in the heck... I knew we were right next to that bull. Are you kidding me? The only reason we couldn't find... Oh, well, how the heck are we supposed to find that thing? That is the only reason we couldn't find this bull. And not only that, that never happens. You can only see his neck and his rack sticking out of this rock. That's literally all you can see of this bull. Look at that. What are the odds of that? And after all that, let's pick him up. He's gonna be a gold 296. And we got a 358 yard walking stomach, liver, lung shot. Wow. Look at that shot. Whew. It dropped in there absolutely beautifully. Wow, was that a shot? Straight for the heart. Like the exit probably would have came out somewhere on the opposite shoulder. But not only that, would have also went straight through the heart. And what a heck of a bull. Indeed. Holy, that was awesome. Okay, we just tracked down those Blacktail, and I'm pretty sure we just got eyes on the big buck. Ooh, there's a couple of good ones out here, actually. There's one there. As far as estimate goes, he's got the highest estimate. But I just saw another really good one right out in the middle there. And of course, we got this one as well. Not sure where that one came from, but... that's not the one that we were looking for. The wind is horrendous right now. But there's not really much we could do. It's blowing. Oh my god. Okay, there we go. Two, three. Where the heck is he? He never came out. I'll tell you one thing, we smoked that second one. And he happens to be laying right here. We got the big three. It's gonna be a gold as well. 134.6 running liver lung shot. He's got some real good mass. And then the second one we hit, but not quite good enough. Oh, our buck's down right there. Well, we didn't make the greatest shot. Oh my god. He's a 160. I had no clue he was going to score that high. I mean, as far as the rack goes, I feel like the other one had a lot bigger of a rack. And also that shot, are you kidding me? What? I'm sorry, but 94 yards out and a quartering away shot like that, you're talking that's going to go through hind quarter, intestine, lung, and stick into the shoulder in the front. Or in this case, it should have just been straight lung. There's no reason that shouldn't have hit lung. That's all right though. We're gonna find the other big one, don't you worry. All right, now we just gotta find him. We can see this whole field over here as well. Did we get a zone over here? Oh, we're right over here where the elk should be. Okay. So in that case, we may even find some elk bedded. Oh my freaking in the actual heck did we just find? So we came back looking for the buck that we saw from before. I couldn't figure out where he went. And what ended up happening is we picked up a track from a max weight buck near that same area. In fact, it was over here. We started heading this way because I saw the herd heading over there. I picked up a random track over here and tracked him to where we are now, up in the middle of Chopeka Heights. And there he is, right there at 250 yards away on the top of this ridge. Even if we dropped him, I feel like he's gonna go all the way. Oh my god, no freaking way. He's bedded. He just bedded there. 250 yards away from us, and he's perfectly broadside. Holy. And it looks like we're about to have some company, because all these Blacktail are gonna lay down there too, huh? Oh, why is he getting up? Why is he getting up? There's no reason for him to get up. Wait, where's he going? Where is he going? Okay, well the good thing is we know... Oh, we should have had his bed there. Alright, things are gonna get a little more interesting now. I don't think I've ever hunted up here before. And at this point, we don't have a particular location to where he's gonna be. So... Oh, it's impressive. Alright, well, that was extremely dumb. But at least we know roughly where he was when we last saw him. Right over there. Okay. Let's head over there and go take a look. See what we're dealing with. Alright, so the last place that we spotted him. Why is it not even showing up on the map here? Alright, now as we're heading over here, I'm going to show you exactly where we are on the map. As I said before, we've never been here. I don't think I've ever been here before. This is this little lake in the beginning where you hunt. But you typically can't get past this point here, so you can really hunt the lake or you can hunt this side. I've never hunted up in here before, and right now that's where we're headed to, the middle of Chopeka Heights, which is pretty exciting, especially the fact that we have this absolute monster of a blacktail buck in front of us. He's potentially a guaranteed diamond blacktail. Just a little bit odd that he'd be walking right now. Very old, that's not what I wanted to find. But it still doesn't guarantee that it's an old track. Only way we'll be able to find out is if it goes all the way back down to here. And then some, and we still might not be able to figure it out. Oh, there we go. That's a good sign. Go down here. Go down here. We're alive. We're alive. Oh my god, don't move. Don't move. Don't even breathe. Just wait 1 second. Wow. We were hanging on by a thread. And look at where this buck is taking us. Please turn right. Yes. These should be fresh tracks. These should be some fresh tracks. Look at. Right here's where we took down that buck. And we messed up the other one. So, I don't know if this buck was in this herd and we just never noticed him. Or what, but I mean, yeah, he obviously existed somewhere. He didn't just pop out of nowhere. Yeah, two things that majorly affected us with this hunt so far. One is the fact that he randomly got up from his bed, even though we were 250 yards away on the top of a mountain looking down. So there's no possible way. Yes, that's what we were looking for. Yes, 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 yes. Very fresh tracks. Very fresh tracks. Okay, here we go, guys. Here we go. But the second thing was the fact that the rest zone was not showing up on our map anywhere. He should be in the herd with that blacktail doe. Really fresh tracks. Oh, here we go. And I believe he probably went over this next ridge. Wait, those are old tracks. But those are fresh. And those are fresh. So he either went to the right or straight down and left. Just think. We were seconds from being able to drop this thing. Absolute seconds. And he would have been laying right there. Okay, so this part is a little confusing to me because we have two sets of tracks going this way and then one set coming back this way. But then these all here should be, yeah. Well, the good news is we found the buck that we were looking for from before. That right there is the big four that we waited on for a long time and never got a shot because he disappeared. But the bad news is we haven't found our giant diamond yet. What ended up happening here is we tracked this thing for a long ways, lost tracks, couldn't figure out where he went. And so basically we had to go back to the same spot that we initially saw him, right over there when he was bedded. And I figured he should be drinking down here because this is the nearest spot for him to drink. I mean, we tracked him all the way past here, so there's a good chance he could be either here, here, or here. I highly doubt he'd be over here. In fact, I don't think I've ever even seen a blacktail here, but there's really only so many places he could be. So this is the first place that we checked. And we did find one of the bucks. But in this case here, it seems that he's the only big one in this region. So I think what we'll do is go for a nice 300-yard shot on this buck, try and drop him, and see if something else sticks his head out. I'm absolutely shocked at the fact that that didn't drop that buck. Well, we found our blacktail down right here. And that is in fact the buck that we wanted, 142.6, a 300-yard shoulder blade shot, I guess. That's something you don't see every day. I mean, we were shooting almost directly downwards because we were so high up in the mountain shooting into that canyon. But we hit dead center shoulder blade, and it stopped that bullet almost completely. It looks like we did pass through the shoulder, but it couldn't quite make it to the vitals. It almost made it. You're talking about a half an inch from hitting lung. Half an inch. That's actually quite humorous, to be honest, and that also makes us go 0 for 2 on 2 of the biggest bucks that we've seen so far. This buck is nowhere near as big as our diamond, though, so at least that's one more closer to us getting our diamond. No way, there he is, right there. No way. There's no way. We just found him. He's right there. We just came to the second lake over here, and sure enough, there he is, right there, at 250 yards away. That should be a shot. We just need to get to a little bit more of an opening where I feel comfortable enough to take it. There is a tower stand there, but there's no way to be able to see him from there. So we're gonna slide over left. We got the AR 308. And there is our absolute monster of a blacktail buck. We got him at 250. And anything under 250, we're not gonna have any drop. So we'll get to about 240 right there. And that's gonna be our shot. He's down! Yes! We got him! Holy, we got him. We spent so much time and effort trying to get this thing. So much. I can't even explain to you. We literally had to come back the next morning because we got burnt out from trying to find this thing. And he just was nowhere to be found. I suppose as we're heading over here, I can show you kind of where we are in the map. This lake right here, we checked 3. We checked this one. We took down that buck that was with this one. Then we checked this. There was nothing here. And this was our last spot to check. Right here. So third time is definitely a charm. And here's our buck. Here he lays. Holy, look at that rack. Wow. Oh, that is incredible. All right, let's take a really cool picture of this thing because it's not like you see these things every day. These things are ultra rare for this map. I think I've seen 2 in the last 2 years. Okay, now that we got a good picture, let's pick them up. It's gonna be a diamond, and oh my god, is that thing huge. A 183 diamond blacktail buck. And we got a hard shot at 238 yards. That's what I'm talking about. Yes! Let's get him mounted right away. Holy. He weighed 209 pounds. And we tracked this thing for at least 2 miles. We tracked him around the entire map. I know I said 3/4 of the map, but it seems exaggerated, but it actually wasn't. We just kept tracking this thing, and then we got on his old tracks. And finally, we had to come back the next morning. And there he was at the 3rd lake. He's a 183 diamond blacktail. So we need 177. That's definitely the big rack. Wow. You know, it's kind of funny because the buck that we just shot before this one previously, we hit it in the shoulder. That was the one that we wanted. We went after that one and then found this one. And then we went back after this one and found that one. And then we finished it off by finding this one. But let's take a look at that shot. At 238 yards, we hit him right in the front shoulder. But luckily, we had plenty enough penetration to go all the way through that shoulder, hit lung and heart. And that buck was absolutely smoked. Wow. Look at the mass on that thing. I can't even believe it. When I first spotted this thing, I knew he was a giant. And the score doesn't let me down at all. And especially the fact that we got to take him down with the new scope reticle as well. And made a perfect hard shot. But anyways, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Wow. As I said before, these things are ultra, ultra rare. And I think I've seen 2 that were diamond in the last 2 years. Compared to like whitetail or mule deer, we've gotten what, 15, 20?